This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Oh, yeah. Welcome into the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. That show that you've chosen to click on as our live faces hit the interwebs and came to you via the magic of the earth.
Internets.
That's right. That's a thing. Look, we are here. We've got a great show, but first I need to introduce ourselves. Even though I've already said our names as the intro of the show, I am Colby Sapp, and the guy that's in there that's made all the sounds happen, even the burp, it's one IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
Cannot prove that, sir.
I can, too.
There's no proof that that bodily function emanated from my orifice.
Well, yeah, I have it because I saw your face move in a way that was a burp creating face, and then it happened, and I heard it. By the way, for those that are listening on the downloaded form of a podcast, and we are now in your past and you are in our future, you can talk to us still via the magic of the cell phone, as the text line, the FanStream Sports text line, is 214-937-0569. So we have a lot to get into. We've got some things that Tim has worked up. We have a new segment to debut to you. But, Tim, I have a question for you because I have something in my pocket that I think is going to spoil the Wolverine Deadpool movie. By the way, this movie is on track to be the biggest hit that we've had in a long-ass time.
Or the biggest flop.
No, it's going to be the biggest hit. I mean, it's just tracking with the pre-sales that are tracking. It is tracking.
Wait, what's a pre-sale for a movie? What does that mean?
So you can go buy your tickets early.
Oh, okay.
And because of the gargantuan amount of people that are basically mentally already in line to see this thing, it can't fail with the amount of people that have already bought tickets, and so it's not even out yet.
So how come before you get into your spoiler, am I supposed to guess what's in your pocket? Is it your penis?
It's not my penis. My penis is firmly where it needs to be and not anywhere near any pockets right now.
Can I press further on that matter?
No.
Press.
You stay away from my penis, sir.
We going mudding, Colby?
We are not. We are not.
To a lady.
And I forewarn you, if you're highly interested in the Wolverine Deadpool movie and you don't want spoilers, then maybe turn our volume down for just a little bit, because I don't want to ruin things for you. But
how come other movies don't do this well then? I mean, is this based solely on what people have heard and what they've seen in the couple of trailers that have come out? And
well, first of all, it's the ultimate thing that everybody's always wanted, was Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine and Logan and, yes, Hugh Jackman in this movie. Okay. That's what everybody has wanted. Okay. And the fact that you're giving them that, and then everything else that you see, most of this movie is dedicated to some form of fan service and the creation of it, and you know it's going to be put together right, and you're starting to think, man, this is going to be awesome. But if you're keeping up with it, the latest trailer for the Wolverine Deadpool movie involves Wolverine having a standoff fight, and the trailer makes it look like he's having a standoff fight with the former Sony's version, not the live version, but the X-Men 1 version of Sabretooth.
Okay.
Is standing there across from him. Arch nemesis of Wolverine. And Deadpool walks up to Wolverine and pulls out the swords that are his swords that are in Wolverine. It's like people have been waiting for years to see this fight. So here's the spoiler. And here's where, if you don't want to know, turn your volume down. That trailer, according to the internet, and I have not had any super confirmation, I'm just going off of a couple of things that happened. That trailer is lying to you. That's not who Wolverine's about to fight.
As trailers have often done with movies before, especially Marvel movies. Sabretooth's in the movie, but the person that Wolverine is fighting is not, for that part of the scene, is not Sabretooth. It is, hold on to your butts, because I have this in 2 ways confirmed. It's apparently the Hulk. Why is the Hulk in this?
The Hulk versus Wolverine is an epic fight. And it's one that's been done over and over in comic books. Mm-hmm. But there's never been a way for us to have that fight.
In the movies.
Right. And looks like we may get this. And that adds credence to Deadpool saying people have been waiting for years for this fight. Now, I don't know which version of it is. I'm pretty sure it's not Norton's version.
He's been kind of blacklisted, right, from all of this.
Well, he wanted more money before the Avengers started. That's the reason why they got Mark to come in and do it. I don't know if it's Mark. It may be Eric Bana's version.
Which was my favorite.
Never in a movie in a cloud, Tim. Never.
No. Well, I mean, Eric Bana, out of the guys that have played him, he's my favorite actor out of the 3.
I'm going to say my favorite is Norton.
Okay. I just don't like him as an actor, period.
So there you go, kids. End of spoiler. I don't want to go too far into that.
Come on back in.
You can come back in. We'll stop talking about that. But yes, if you have any ideas about that, please comment down below.
Mm-hmm. Or text us.
Yeah, or text us on the FanStream Sports text line, 214-937-0569. But
we need to get that sponsored.
That is definitely what we've got for you today, kids. And I can tell you how I know about it. But, again, then I'll go back into the people that have come back, and I don't want to spoil any more things for them. But I do have something else I wanted to show to everybody since I'm doing a mini mystery shotgun. Mm-hmm. We have another picture from the Superman movie, and hopefully Tim has downloaded this before we can present it to you. Was
I supposed to download that?
Yeah, I thought maybe for the intro segment we'd go ahead and have the mini mystery shotgun.
You sent it to me on Messenger?
Yes, I did.
On Massager?
Yes, I did.
All right, give me a second here.
So what you're about to see is something that I've been looking forward to. Was how was Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern going to look in the new Superman movie? Now, Nathan's getting pretty old, getting up there, and he's playing Guy Gardner. And as comic book goes, Guy's usually pretty stacked because he's a comic book character, and they never make those people fat unless that's one of their superpowers. How you doing, Blob? But I'm sure some of this is going to be CGI'd, but people are going nuts on the fact that most of these costumes don't look the greatest.
Close, very close.
On any of the characters. You have to remember that we've seen Hawkman in Black Adam, and Hawkgirl is in this shot, but most of Hawkman's probably going to be, or Hawkgirl's going to probably be CGI'd. So there you have Nathan Fillion. He's got the classic white and black on. The Hawkgirl cowl looks awesome. I've been wondering how much is going to be added to it. She's got her mace. That's cool. I need to hear her sound, her war cry. If they hopefully play homage to the animated series with that, that'd be amazing. But there you go. There's your Green Lantern. Then it's not Ryan Reynolds that's going to be in the new Superman movie. Also confirmed by James Gunn, by the way, the Green Lantern series has been greenlit.
It's been Green Lanterned.
Yeah, so, and it'll include Hal Jordan and Jonathan Stewart, according to James Gunn. So everybody hold on to your butts for that. That's your mini mystery shotgun. Just thought I would get that in there. We were going to talk a little crap-a-lite right now, but Tim has failed us in viewing the crap-a-lite.
Failed to remind me, Colby.
Dude.
You should have reminded me last night.
I actually watched it last night.
Yeah, you should have texted me, say, I'm watching this. Watch, because I had time last night. I could have.
Watching it irritates me so much. I don't want to put anybody else through it. That's the reason why.
But you know I like it.
That's the reason why we do this show, so that, you know, you don't have to, if you're not watching the crap-a-lite, you can just hear my suffering. And then
I think it's entertaining. I'm not going to say I think it's great or I think it's good. I find it extremely entertaining.
I hate watching this so bad.
Are you disappointed because you thought it would be better, or do you think it's about what you expected it to be?
You know, actually, I can get into that part.
Because you never went into this with high expectations. I did.
When I first saw the first trailer, and you can remove Nathan Fillion and Hot Girl.
Sorry, yeah.
When I first went into The Acolyte, when I first saw the trailer without hearing anything about it, because I thought, well, cool, we're going back to a time, we're taking a chance, is what I thought. Mm-hmm. We're going back to characters that nobody really knows. You can expand upon them, and you won't be stomping on too many people's toes, because this is basically a spot. There have been from this era books and stuff out there, but nobody liked them. Nobody read them. Mm-hmm. Nobody cared. I mean, some super Star Wars nerds did care, but for the most part, a lot of people couldn't really get into them because it didn't involve the characters that you know and love.
Right.
Or the creation of the characters that you know and love, right?
Right.
So there's not a whole lot of people to piss off. And I'm like, dude, this is free country. This is free roam, man. Everybody get up. This is not any particular. This is free swim.
Right.
You can do whatever the hell you want. And they did. At exactly the wrong effing. I mean, I think the writer was bored while he was writing this. Or she.
Well, we already established she had an agenda.
Or them.
Well, it's she. She's a woman. She had an agenda.
I'm not talking about the director. I'm talking about the person that actually wrote this thing out. I
thought it was her.
I don't know.
I think it was her.
Was it?
Yes, this is all her. All of this is her.
Okay. Well, it's boring.
Which makes a ton of sense.
It's not well written.
No.
It's most of the points, and look.
And that's why I was asking you last week, why in the hell did this get past the brass at Disney or Dave Filoni or whoever has the final say in this stuff? How did it get past them? It's their fault.
Well, okay, first of all, Filoni officially signed off on this. And
Right.
there's certain times that I'm starting to wonder maybe if Filoni, knows what he's doing. I'm starting to question that.
Yeah.
Quite a few times. And maybe, we need to have more Favreau and less Filoni. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm on board with that.
And as far as this is concerned, it's just, and I don't care about any of the wokeness of it. I said that at the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't care. So if you're thinking that's the reason why I hate it, it's not. If it was well written, if the characters wouldn't change their minds on a whim, if I can't figure out anybody in this thing, because nobody is who they think they are at the beginning of the thing. They change their mind 3 to 4 to 8 times, and sometimes like one right after another.
In the same episode.
Right. I'm going to go kill all the Jedi. Wait, I'm just here for my sister. Well, I'm just going to leave her on this planet and go try and kill this Jedi. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to go to Coruscant and turn myself in. I don't know. So how are we supposed to know what the people are doing in this show if the characters don't fucking know?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I don't care about the agenda, right? And there was an agenda. We know what it was.
Entertain me.
And that's great. Just make it an interesting story. Just make me want to watch and be interested in the characters and care about the storyline. I feel like they keep changing the storyline over and over and over again. But maybe that's supposed to be part of it. Maybe at the very end we're going to go, oh.
I don't think so.
But I don't think so either. I'm giving them way too much credit.
Everything that's supposed to have been a surprise in this thing so far, that was supposed to be the shock and awe twist moment, if you didn't see that coming, then you may not want to ever try to cross traffic ever. Okay?
Don't play Frogger.
No. 20-mile-an-hour school zone, still don't try it. Even with the crossing guard, don't. Because you're not going to be able to see anything coming. It was blatant. They could have put billboards up, lit fireworks with this is what actually happens in the sky.
We're having fun here now.
I mean, you know what? And I will come back and take back everything I said if the last episode makes me go, well, that was all worth it. And in fact,
but don't hold your breath.
In fact, I will tell this: if I say that, then the wheel gets spun. For those that don't know, we have a wheel of misfortune over here, and it's got a lot of heinous S on it, or shit, because I can say that. And this stuff over here is, well, let's just say one of them is I drink the juice out of a pig's feet jar.
I feel like you would enjoy that too much.
The other is the death nut challenge.
I get to kick you in the nuts?
No. It's an actual spicy death nut challenge.
Mine better.
One of them is Tim hides a toenail in a sandwich and I have to eat it.
And if you've seen my toenails.
One of them is get slapped by a ham steak. So yes, I'm putting a wheel spin on the fact that I am for damn sure that the last episodes of The Acolyte aren't going to make me change my mind. But you know what? I will freely admit if it does.
And you will. I've experienced that with you before with stuff. Like you're pretty honest about stuff like that. So if you're wrong, you'll admit it.
Yep. So for those of you that want to see me in pain or just do something stupid like pour cranberry sauce down my pants and sing a cranberry song,
please vote for that.
Then go ahead and root for the Acolyte to do good. May have just had some people that hate me on this show now root for my utter demise and also secretly be rooting for the Acolyte to suddenly be good. All right, Tim, it's time for me to somehow segue over to you and go, hey, Tim.
From the Crapolite to Tim.
That's right. What day is it, bud?
Really glad that you asked, Colby, because I have a specific segment prepared just for that.
Nice.
I don't always, but today I do. Colby, we have a lot of very, very fun days today.
Nice.
I feel like they should have broken some of these up to some of the other crappy days that we have. For instance, today, I mean, this isn't a fun one, and this is a weird one, actually, but it's good advice. Colby, today is National Stay Out of the Freaking Sun Day.
Okay.
Because it's hot outside.
It is hot.
I think it said 105 driving here today.
That's warm.
My nipples almost melted.
You were losing your pepperonis?
But I had my shirt on and the air conditioner on. Which brings me, Colby, to National Air Conditioning Appreciation Day.
You don't appreciate air conditioning until your air conditioning no longer works.
Right. And it's in the middle of July or August in Dallas.
Back when I had my own air conditioning company, it pissed me off because all summer long I was hot all the time because the only time I went to a place is because the air conditioning wasn't working.
Right, and then you're in attics anyway.
And then my truck, because I used an old beat-up truck and let, a lot of the other guys have, like, the vans and stuff. Then my truck AC stopped working.
How ironic.
Yeah, it was irritating.
It was irrigating.
Right. You crawl up into an attic. It's, you can fry eggs up there. And then you're up there with a acetylene torch melting or soldering copper in uber heat.
Yep.
It's not good.
Colby, how about American Redneck Appreciation Day?
Hey, guys, watch this.
Find out about redneck culture and get into the swing of things on this fun day.
I mean, I think I know about redneck culture. I've lived it.
Somebody have, haven't you?
Yeah, somebody just come show up to any of my family reunions or something, and
Colby comes from a long line of rednecks.
We'll show you.
Colby, is also National Disobedience Day.
This was the day that you could have disobeyed somebody randomly and it'd been all right.
Because disobedience is the true foundation of liberty. The obedient must be slaves.
That's dark.
It's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deep Thoughts by Tim Handy. How about International Drop a Rock Day?
Why?
Drop a big rock. How was that song? That rap song? Drop a rock.
Drop it
a
like
rock.
Drop it like it's
Drop it
hot.
like- is that what the words are?
Drop it like it's hot.
I don't think I ever knew the words to that song.
That's Pharrell and Snoop Dogg.
They would never collaborate.
They did.
They are mortal enemies.
They're not what?
One's good and one's not. That feral guy stole Phil Dunphy's song.
He's also the guy behind the song for News and Notes.
Colby, it's International Plastic Bag Free Day.
Oh, go fuck off.
And what do you have sitting there on the table?
Plastic bag that had my food in it.
Plastic bag, Colby.
Yep.
The hell is wrong with you?
Chicken fried rice, chopsticks, a drink. Do I need
What
it?
do you have chopsticks for?
I was eating my chicken fried rice.
With like one rice grain at a time.
No,
Why'd you use we have forks. I will bring you a fork.
I don't need a fork.
We're in America. Use a freaking fork
I don't need a fork, Tim.
to eat your rice.
I'm eating it fine.
Did you eat it? Have you finished it?
No.
I'm bringing you a fork at the break. We don't allow Chinese chopsticks in here, sir. You know why? It's America.
Well, you know what? I eat how I want to eat because it's America.
Oh, you're being very disobedient right now.
That's right. Today's the day.
Today is also National Chocolate Wafer Day.
It's not bad.
Into the chocolate, like, what are the nutty bars?
Yeah, but that's the chocolate peanut butter wafer.
Man, I love those, though. That's my weakness.
Is it, you're the one that also splits the wafers off?
No, I just...
So you don't split one off,
No.
eat the wafer, and then split? Because you end up with that one in the middle that's got peanut butter on both sides, and it's the greatest.
I didn't even know you could do that. I think
Yep.
the ones I get are all... Oh, you're talking about the nutter butter, the cookies.
No, the Nutty Buddies, the long,
The big long bar?
Yeah,
I didn't know they came apart.
Yeah, you just pick them up.
Oh, I got to check this out when I get home because I have a box of them at home. Colby, it is National Compliment Your Mirror Day. Never look at your mirror and go, God, you're handsome.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Actually, yeah. Especially when I hit the cut weight just right, and you can see the bottom abs and all that going on. Yeah, I'll stay in front of that mirror for a while.
I haven't seen my bottom abs since I was 25 years old.
It's a good feeling.
I don't
You end up getting out your phone and start shooting pictures.
Yeah, I don't remember. How about National Eat Your Beans Day?
I didn't have any beans in this.
Beans, the magical fruit. And you know what? Beans go really good with National Fried Clam Day.
Dude, fried clams are amazing. That's one
They
of
are
my
good.
favorites.
I do like a good, you're literally going to eat rice with chopsticks during the show.
Yep.
One grain at a time, because that's all you can pick up with the chopsticks.
Does that look like one grain to you?
Just a fork is so much easier.
For you, maybe.
I just don't understand people who eat with chopsticks. It's such a bit, and it's a tired, old, stupid bit.
Is it tired?
Don't use chopsticks.
Okay.
We're smarter than that. How about National Independent Beer Run Day?
So, what does that mean? You just go on your own?
I think small craft brewers. So we should go up there to Salina and visit Rollertown and drink some beer with Ben and Skin.
I tell you what, I don't know if they have yet or not at the Rollertown, but if they do make a Rollertown style Guinness.
I think they do.
Oh, I think I want to try that.
You know, they're building a brand new facility right there on Main Street by the soccer stadium.
Really?
In Frisco. That's where they're moving their headquarters to, yeah. I think they already broke ground on it. So I can't wait for that because that's literally right down the street from me. And then finally, Colby. Maybe the most important day that we have on our list. It is Belarus Independence Day. How do you feel about Belarus?
As soon as you said Belarus, my mind went to some chick named Bella that I think is a porn star.
That's where my mind always goes to.
So that's where I'm at now.
I like Bella's Rooses. Bella's Rooses are good.
We're going to come up with like a snack cake called the Bella's Roos.
Oh, we should.
It's like almost like a macaroon, but different.
Like a macaroon, but completely different.
That's right.
Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. It'll be an Oreo.
Colby, you want to talk a little bit of sports?
Sure, why not? It's time for the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show Sports Report, where we talk sports because we like sports. That's pretty much how that
and y'all
goes.
requested a lot. And look, we've got 2 segments tonight out of our 6 that are sports related. So there you go. And really that's because the other 4 are set topics that we talk about every show. Colby, we're going to talk some Cowboys.
All right, then.
Tonight. So we know the situation that Jerry Jones is going into and that Dak Prescott's going into and that Mike McCarthy and his coaching staff are going into.
Yeah, they're all not happy.
They're all lame ducks.
Uh-huh.
Because they don't have contracts past this year. CeeDee Lamb. I think Micah's coming up, after 2025?
It'd probably be next year, let's be honest.
Yeah, probably. He's going to hold out. So CeeDee Lamb's already said he's going to hold out. If I was Dak Prescott, I might be holding out.
I don't think for Dak that would be the way to go because the money that you're getting is actually really, really, really effing good.
$150 million or something for him? No, it's, 48 this year?
Something like that. But it's really good. There's no reason to hold out on this contract because say it doesn't work out. Say with the Cowboys it doesn't work out and you don't end up with, what you want from them.
Mm-hmm.
The better he does this season, the more chances he gets for even better contract with his next team.
Right, which probably won't be the Cowboys.
This is the bet on yourself year for Dak. And so you show up and you try and get everybody else. Like if I was Dak Prescott on the side, I'd be like, look, CD, bud, I need you.
Mm-hmm, because he does.
I need you to be there. Now, I tell you what, I'm cool with you holding out, but just make sure your ass is ready to go game 1, please. Please, because I need you this season.
So there is a litany now of people who think that this situation that the Cowboys are in on, the lame duck contracts, no Dak, no McCarthy past 2024, that Jerry's done this on purpose.
Yeah, he has.
And that he has a plan to, if they do not win it this year, he's going to blow the whole damn thing up.
Yeah.
Which, considering his age, not sure that's a great idea. But I'm not sure it's a bad idea, to be quite honest.
I actually think it's not as big of a blow up as what people are thinking that it's going to happen. I mean, it may be where you end up with, like CD and Micah still being here, Mike McCarthy not being here, your new head coach is Zim.
I mean, if he wants it.
Right. Your quarterback is in question.
Right.
But as far as, the whole coaching staff, most of them, I probably accept maybe your special teams coach.
Right.
I think most everybody else is gone.
So here's your list of players that have no contract with the Cowboys past 2024. Of course, we talked about Prescott. We talked about McCarthy. Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Brandon Cooks, Osa Cavante Turpin, C.J. Goodwin. All of those guys, man, and I don't know out of anybody, maybe Odigizua, Anger. I don't know who you bring, who you're going to want back.
You named two of them that I'd like to see back.
Odigizua and Anger, right? And that, I mean, maybe Turpin, because you're going to get him cheap anyway.
Right.
Goodwin you can replace literally with a 5th-round pick in the draft.
I can't think of anybody because most of these other guys, they're your doors. You can have nothing against them. Cooks, well, let's see what he does this season because they're going to need him a lot more than he showed up last season.
Right.
And we know that it does take a little bit to get, rapport with these guys. So, and Dak Prescott's probably one of the better quarterbacks that Cooks has ever played with. So it's not just them trusting Cooks to, you'll catch this even though you're, swarmed.
Right.
So maybe the top gets popped off a little bit more because that's something that we didn't see with the McCarthy offense. Look, it's as far as McCarthy's concerned, this is you've got to do your thing.
Yeah.
You've got to all the stops. You've got to pull it out, or you turtle and then go home and you still have your one Super Bowl ring because you're just tired of this shit. But if you want another coaching job, if McCarthy wants another one after this, he better do something good because I think he's done.
Well, see, I disagree. I think McCarthy, if he goes at least 10 wins again this year, whether they do well in the playoffs again or not, I think McCarthy is going to get offers. He'll get offers. Because I think the league understands what the situation is here in Dallas.
That's sad.
I agree. But, yeah, I'm not worried about McCarthy finding another job if it's beyond here. I mean, it's whatever. And I don't care if he's here again or not. I really, honestly don't care. But if he goes 12-5 again, that would be 4 straight 12-5 seasons.
Okay.
Let's say they beat Tampa Bay in the wild card. And then you got to head to San Francisco for the divisional. Or Green Bay. Let's say you lose to San Francisco again in the divisional, and you lose 35-31. San Francisco scores on the last drive of the game to win it.
Well, then, yeah, everybody's fired.
Everybody's gone, right? It doesn't matter how you lose, right? I don't care. If you miss the playoffs, everybody's gone.
Right.
If you don't reach the NFC Championship, regardless of how it happens, everybody's gone. What if they lose in the NFC Championship game?
Everybody stays.
I think everybody's gone. I think it's Super Bowl or nothing this year.
Oh, no. It's NFC Championship.
It shouldn't be.
No, that's what it is.
I don't think so.
That's what it is. You reach the NFC Championship game, and there you go.
You don't have that stigma, right? Like that streak is gone.
Yes.
Now you start the streak. Well, they haven't won an NFC Championship game since 1995. Or 96 year, 95 season.
No, just making it and proving. If you have an improvement, which that would be, if you make it to the NFC Championship game, this season would be counted as a W. That's where we've gotten, Tim. That's where we're at. The Dallas Cowboys, who, it used to be way back in the day, was Super Bowl or bust. Now it's just, hey, can we do better? We just want to see you do better. That's all we want. And that's where we're at. And you know what?
Yeah,
if you're hoping that it's this season that we do better, unless everybody, as far as does the whole bunker mentality and binds together major league style against the owner and just says, we're doing this for us, F that guy. If that ends up being the mantra, then that's how this team wins.
Right.
If they don't do that, then they're not going to win, and everybody's going to be disappointed again. They've got to somehow break the culture that it's not a coach culture. It's not the football players that are their culture. It's not, Jason Garrett, well, it's all about the culture. It's the what happens when everybody knows that you can just overstep the boss by going to Jerry.
Right. Well,
It's
which sadly indicates this might not get better until that's eliminated from the equation.
It might not. And unless you have that, again, that whole we're going against the evil owner thing.
Right.
And we're going to fight hard despite them. We're going to win. Then you're not, it's not going to happen. And that's where I'm at. And don't get me wrong, I love to hear Jerry talk.
Oh, yeah.
I think he always has good intentions, but I think what is happening with his team is because of what's going on with him.
Colby, we have a comment on TikTok. Can't read it from this far away, but it does have the word Philly in his name. Thanks for popping on here. Cowboys haven't played for anything, let alone won anything for 29 years. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We're aware,
here.
sir.
Yeah, we're
Philly
there.
fan. By the way, Cowboys beat the Eagles this year in the division. There's no chance that the Eagles are anywhere close at the top of the division this year. So, and yes, that's just based on my hatred of the Eagles, sir.
Right. Well, we got to see how their locker room's doing because it wasn't doing good last year, Philly fan. Now, I'm talking about the Cowboys locker room and what's building in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that doesn't smell right over there. And I'm hoping you guys get it all right because, I mean, I hate your team, but if you're a fan of their team then and you're watching us,
yeah.
Hey, you know what? I hope everything ends up cool for you because, sports is more fun when your team's winning.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody likes a sore loser. Big Red.
That's, also fuck Philly.
By the way.
What?
There is not a person on this planet that I hate more to watch a football game with.
Than Big Red.
Than Big Red. I swear to God, the first play can be a 2-yard run up the middle. The first play of the game. God damn it, what the hell are they doing out there? That's not going to get any points. Starts throwing his remote around. I'm like, Lance, that was the first play. Yeah, but they're not going to change anything. They did this last year, too. Every single time.
You know what I wouldn't want to be in? The middle of the couch in between Big Red and Mike Bassick.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Someone would die.
Yes.
We need to get Baskey and Big Red together to watch a game, make them sit next to each other.
I want that. And then I still got to have it to where, like, we make Gerb sit down and watch Samurai Cop.
Can you imagine?
The question mark that forms above his head, watching that. Samurai Cop, the greatest, worst movie of all time, by the way.
We still haven't done our watch party yet.
No, we have not.
If y'all want to watch Samurai Cop with us, hit us up on social media at IndyCar Tim, at Colby Sat. We're going to have a watch party up here at the studio here in North Dallas to watch us some Samurai Cop. Maybe do a live stream of it.
Yeah, we'll do a live stream of our reactions of watching Samurai Cop. And if you want to watch it with us, we'll tell you when to start the movie, and you can watch it and then watch our reactions to it.
Right there next to us. We're gonna have fun with that one.
Yes. So you can have us Mystery Science Theatering the Samurai Cop, and that's how that will work. So
eventually, we're gonna call it Colby Sapp and IndyCar Timming.
That's right.
Screw my science theater. What's it called? Mystery Science Theater.
Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Screw them.
That's one of the greatest shows of all time.
I know, but we're better. People are gonna forget who they are.
No, I mean, the robots are really cool.
They are pretty funny. Take us a break, Colby.
All right, coming up next, we have the good, bad, and ugly, which is our birthdays that we talk about famous people and if they're ugly or not. And also, then we have a list right after that, and it's the 12 Marvel villains that are too terrifying for the MCU. That's coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or, the hat, or the keychain, or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fans Dream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fans Dream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show. I'm IndyCar Tim. The guy in there breaking the equipment in the studio is Colby Sapp. Pretty sure you got to go the other way with it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. No, that's the wrong way. Maybe flying solo tonight.
What up?
Welcome back to the show, everybody on TikTok, including you, Philly fan. Welcome into the show. And yes, you can have an objective argument with Cowboys fans, but we're not really here to argue. We're realistic Cowboys fans too, though. We know. Well, I'm maybe more realistic than Colby. He's got a little bit of.
I am not realistic at all. Actually, I'm overly optimistic all the time.
And I'm not.
That's the only way I know how to fan. So
okay, I can fan realistically because I also grew up a Saints fan, and we sucked my entire life until 2009. So I had that going for me. But
the
yes,
recent winning of all the rest of the Dallas teams has upped my optimism too. The Rangers
for the Cowboys.
Rangers win the ship. The Mavericks go to the finals.
The finals.
Stars make it to the conference finals. All these things have really, because like the Rangers, we didn't expect all that.
No, not at all.
Mavericks, we didn't expect all that. The Stars, we kind of expected all that.
Is Chris Young going to take over as GM and Bruce Bochy coach the Cowboys? Then I will be optimistic.
I'm just saying.
Think Chris Young could be a football GM?
Chris Young can do anything he wants to.
I think so. I bet you Bruce Bochy could coach some football.
Boch could, yeah. Boch is the man.
What about Wash? Let's see Wash come in and coach a football team.
He's just over there just Wash running in place the whole time.
He'd bring out the claw and antlers.
That's right.
Zeke rattles off a 20-yard run. He gets up and does this. How great would that be?
Oh, no. They keep feeding me where he's just bending down.
Like a deer. That would be awesome. Oh, Lord. Colby?
Yeah.
You want to do a list? Oh, wait, it's good, bad, and ugly. Why don't I always skip good, bad, and ugly?
I don't know, but let's do good, bad, and ugly first.
Good God.
Time to hit the music and stuff.
Didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to get there. This is a complicated piece of equipment here, sir.
Man, it's just buttons and picture things. That music means that it's time, along with that title screen, by the way, means it's time for the good, bad, and ugly. That's where I go through all the people that were born today, find the people that are famous enough to make my list, and then I offer them up to you guys, along with me and Tim, and we all decide separately who is the good person, who is the bad person, and who is the ugly person. And starting off today's list, he only turns 38 years old today, but I swear it feels like he should be older. One Tommy Hunter.
Big game Tommy Hunter.
That's right.
He kind of fizzled out, right? And when he went to Baltimore? Isn't that where he went to Baltimore, right?
He did go to Baltimore. This microphone
part of that
scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I'll have to come fix that in the next break. Part of that Chris Davis trade, right?
Right. And, man.
He was good when he was here, though.
And he gave it, he's one of those guys that when you watched him pitch, he's like, man, he gives every big boy out there promise to do something great. He wasn't quite like Bartolo Colon, which, by the way, still watching the Bartolo Colon home run.
The home run, that was so great.
Something that makes me excited every time I watch it.
Or watching Benji Molina stretch that triple for the cycle.
Yes.
Up in Boston. So great.
Big boy's rounding second, and you're pretty sure he's not going to make it.
Yeah. Or once he gets there, can he stop?
Right.
It's a lot of momentum. Tommy Hunter. Wow. Yeah, I would swear he's in his mid-40s, right?
Yes. Turning 81 years old today. I actually forgot why I wrote this guy's name down, but you probably know him because he's 81. Kurtwood Smith.
You know who Kurtwood Smith is? He was a bad guy in, well, first of all, he was the dad on that 70s show.
That's right. That's why. The RoboCop bad guy.
Was he in RoboCop too? Because I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of RoboCop. Yeah. In my brain, for some reason, I was going to Total Recall.
Yeah, no.
You're right. It was RoboCop. There you go.
That's, I just forgot. I couldn't place the name and the face.
Was in a couple of Star Trek movies in the 90s, 80s, and 90s.
Right. But still.
He's a good, man, 81. Wow.
Turning 53 years old today, and yes, still a member of the MCU, one Benedict Wong.
He plays Wong.
That's right.
That's the reason I remember his character's name.
He plays Wong.
Wong as Wong. That's like the opening credits to the old Hawaii Five-0 from the 70s. It was one of my favorite kids as a show. Or favorite shows as a kid.
Wow.
This Jim Beam Black's hitting me. And they had, the Hawaiian dude that was on the police, the sergeant. It always said Cam Fong as Chin Ho. It always just cracked me up. I'm like, why don't they just use his real name?
Well, that's not the part that was written for him,
I know. It was, as an adult, it's weird, but like if as a kid, I didn't get it. Like Cam Fong as Chin Ho.
Probably the number 2 and or maybe number 3 greatest martial artist that also made his way, maybe number 4. No, I'll go number 3. Made his way into the movies, Bolo Young.
Oh, I know him. How old is he?
78.
Wow. No, he was badass. Didn't he make his way into a couple of Steven Seagal movies?
Well, he was in some Van Damme movies.
Or it was Van Damme's what I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah.
Especially the one that was Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. He was the dude in Bloodsport, right?
One of the inspirations for Mortal Kombat.
Dude, he was huge.
And massive chest.
Yeah, those man boobs were hard.
And homie could kick. He can probably still kick everybody's ass.
At 78.
Yes.
Think I could take him on?
No, not a chance.
It's 78?
Not a chance in the world. You wouldn't walk away.
I still think I could kick Daryl Sador's ass now.
Wouldn't have a chance.
I think that was my first bold claim that we ever had on the old Drunk Sports podcast. That I could kick Daryl Sador's ass.
Speaking of hockey, turning 54 years old today. Get ready to feel effing old, Tim. Teemu Selanne.
Yes. I really liked Teemu Selanne, but I hated who he played for.
Right. I mean, and then when you order stuff from him, it ends up being really cheap. It's not what you ordered.
Do you eat Teemu Selanne with chopsticks?
You know what? It sounds like you could, doesn't it?
I'll have the Temu, but I want it with Selanne.
That's right. Well, actually, that kind of sounds like if you were to have if a Japanese dish that was also an Italian dish.
Put it together.
Yeah.
Have you ever bought anything from his website?
No.
Me neither.
No.
My buddy Kenny does. Him and Jessica buy stuff like all the time.
Off of Temu?
Off of Temu, and it's like, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Where'd y'all get that? Temu was like $4. I'm like, what?
44 and still smoking hot.
Daisy Fuentes.
Olivia Munn.
Didn't she date Aaron Rodgers?
For a little bit, but she was also one of everybody's favorite. If you ever went to the Marvel bikini issue.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's a thing, by the way.
Marvel bikini issue?
It was their swimsuit issue. That's the thing.
Shut up.
Psylocke. And she played this character in one of the X-Men movies.
Was she the chick that was in the Tron movie?
No.
Who was that? I always get them confused.
No, that is, oh my God. Hold on a second. That's an Olivia, but that's not Olivia Munn. That's Olivia Wilde.
Wilde. Okay, there you go. Colby, there's a Marvel swimsuit edition.
Yeah, dude. Just watch out because it also has dudes in there.
Oh, I'm comfortable with my body.
Patrick Wilson turns 51 years old today.
My buddy Patrick?
Is that your buddy?
The actor?
Yes.
Wasn't he the one I talked to on the J.P. Peterson show? Or no, that's his brother.
Yes.
That's his brother. Okay. Yeah, he was in Aquaman and...
Sure was.
Right? Okay, yeah. I talked to him on the JP show. He was like a big fan.
Well, he's 51 today and made our list.
I need to let him know happy birthday. He's just a pup, young pup.
Thomas Gibson turned 62 years old today.
Thomas Gibson. Wasn't he Sandman? Oh, no. That's, what's his face?
No, he was in some shows that you probably know.
No, Thomas Gibson was on...
He's also...
Dharma and Greg.
Yeah.
And then he was on that cop show for a while. I can't remember what the name of that was.
It was about
wasn't Bones. It was...
No, it was about the FBI, but they were hunted for serial killers.
Thomas Gibson.
They were well, that's all they did was hunt for serial killers.
Criminal Minds.
There you go.
Thomas Gibson. I still like Dharma and Greg better.
37 years old today, Sebastian Vettel.
Vettel. It's Vettel.
No, if you have a name Sebastian, you've got to be Vettel.
I promise you it's Vettel. I watched him race F1 and hated his guts for 15 years.
No, it's Vettel.
Can't stand that little weirdo. Idiot.
Party Next Door turns 31 years old.
Who's that?
He's a...
Like, that's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even dignifying that by writing it down. What does he do?
He's Gronk's favorite band, I think.
Gronk.
Party Next Door. They do party songs, Tim. That's what they do.
And that's the name of a guy?
Yeah.
All right, well, we got my bad.
Him and they just do party songs, Tim.
They got a dumb name. Can't help that.
Him and The Weeknd probably get along pretty good.
God. Learn how to spell weekend, by the way.
You got to make it different.
Weekend.
So you can copyright it, Tim.
There's no way he's smart enough to do that.
Oh, of course he is. Nope, smart. Super smart. Now he can copyright the word weekend. The Weekend.
Idiot.
Nope. makes money off of it. 62 years old today and still going to be in more action movies. One Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise can do whatever the hell he wants, and I will watch it.
Except for be Jack Reacher. Never be Jack Reacher. Stop it. Shut up. No, stop
Jack
it. Shut
Reacher Jr.
I mean, the only way that if they did a spinoff of Jack Reacher and it was Jack Reacher's mini-me, then maybe.
Son of Jack Reacher, but he's 60. No, I agree with that. He was not the right. I mean, I enjoyed the movies. They should have called it something else.
Right.
They just made him his own badass character, right?
Right. But they did.
They should have called him Rack Jeecher.
Well, they did also basically take most of the made it out of the books.
Right.
It was not straight from the books, but enough that you were like, this is a Jack Reacher book. So they couldn't have done that. But still, what are you doing? There you go. There's the list of people. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to say her age, but I think they occasionally watch this. Her birthday was yesterday, and I noticed it up via the Facebook. So happy birthday, Summer McKee. What's up?
Happy birthday, Summer. I don't know who the hell you are, but if you're worthy of a Colby shout-out, you get a Tim shout-out, too. Colby, is that it?
That is it.
Celebrating Facebook birthdays today. Judy Beard turned 71.
What's up, Mrs. Beard?
Probably went out at some point. I don't know who that is. Colby, one of my longtime crushes on Facebook, Julia Bowen. I will not reveal her age.
Okay.
And Colby, yesterday, waterbed himself, Jeb Brown.
What is up, Jeb?
How did we miss that? We should have had him on.
For him to tell a long-winded, drunken story that ends up being really cool. Once
About Mike Leach?
Yeah, once he gets there.
Yeah, it took him a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Colby celebrating birthdays tomorrow on the 4th of July. Cash Soroy.
Whoa.
One of those Soroy boys. Trinity Williams, my daughter's ex-girlfriend. That we're still friends on Facebook, which is weird.
Say hi to Neo.
Say hi to Neo, Trinity. Kira Sack on Friday. S-A-A-K, I guess I'm saying that right. Miranda Goodsby, also on Friday, turns 45. Colby, on Friday, Zach Rowe has a birthday.
What up, Zero? He's doing all the things in the world of sports right now, brother.
I know. Colby, on Saturday, Tanya Hall. The great Danny Miles from my days at Sports Radio 1310. The Tick. He was the original producer of the Hardline, and one of my co-hosts on Motorsports Weekly, along with NASCAR Dennis, back in the day. And then finally, Colby, also Saturday, former classmate Shannon Trimble. A man named Shannon. I think he was the first boy I knew named Shannon. And Jessica Edmonds also. When is the 8th? Is that on Monday? How far am I getting here?
I don't know. You've gone too far.
Okay, the rest of these are on Monday. We got some big ones for Monday, though.
By the way, real quick, left out one because turning 42 years old today. What up, Russell?
Russell Crowe?
Russell Whitley.
What up, Russell Crowe Whitley?
There you go. There is.
Thanks for joining the show.
There is your birthdays from the people that I know.
All right, Colby.
Struggling.
Yep.
Absolutely. Where'd your music go? What'd you turn it off for?
All
right, Colby, I'm going to go with my bad first because that one's really easy. Because it's Party Next Door, whatever that is.
I could have sworn it was real easy for you, and it wasn't that.
What, my bad?
Yeah.
Who else would be my bad? Oh, what, Sebastian Vettel?
Yeah.
All right, well, Sebastian Vettel's like a Hitler bad.
Well, the thing is how you don't know Party Next Door. I was figuring the one that you
Fine.
thought was bad would be the one you said, I've spent 15 years hating this guy.
Fine, Colby. Sebastian Vettel's bad. I mean, he is bad anyway. My good, and it's a no-brainer. Any day of the week, it is a good because he is my second all-time favorite actor of all time.
What?
And maybe the only man crush I will ever have in my life.
Kurt Russell?
The great Tom Cruise. Kurt Russell's not on here.
I'm just saying.
Great Tom Cruise. Come on.
Bruce Willis?
My man crush. And then finally, my ugly. Man, I could have gone with Sebastian Vettel there, too. I don't know what Party Next Door looks like. But you know what? I love Kurtwood Smith as an actor, but he is not attractive. He is my ugly.
There you go. There you go. My good. And it's hard because a lot of these, I mean, I've gotten a lot of good out of, you know, the entertainment that all these people provide, but I got to go Bolo Young. I am a big fan of the action movie, and he's a big part of a lot of the things that I like. So Bolo Young, 78, he's my good. My bad, I'm going to go with Temu Solani.
Oh.
Just because he was never on my team.
Right.
And my ugly, there's not a lot of uglies on this list, really not, except for I'm going to double down with Tim and go with Kurtwood Smith. There you go.
Yeah. Wow, a unanimous ugly.
That's happened before.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
So there you go. There is your good, bad, and ugly. And time for us to segue as we move along, kids. Move along as Tim has a list, and it's a Marvel list, and we will try to be Marvelous as we accomplish what Tim is doing right now.
Colby, welcome to List Time with Tim.
And she said, list this.
And we have a visual aid. Sorry for all of you thousands of people on TikTok right now, but you can't see the visual aid. Go find us on YouTube. You can see it on YouTube at our YouTube channel, FanStream Sports. But Colby, these are the 12 Marvel villains. Norm hits because I'm on the air right now, sir. But thanks for calling. The 12 Marvel villains that are too terrifying for the MCU, Colby. And we're going to start at number 12. As we have, and you tell me if you're familiar with these. So try to find the pictures. Where's my pictures? Here we go. Number 12. This is a villain named Carrion.
I am unfamiliar with.
This is from Ranker, by the way. There have been several individuals who have been utilized the Carrion name in Marvel Comics. No matter the incarnation of the villain, his powers are wild enough to make anyone reach for a hazard suit. Carrion is a walking plague, and if he touches somebody, they'll decay quicker than a banana.
Okay.
On a hot summer's day.
I remember him. I do not remember his name.
The MCU has included thugs as like Thanos, who snap people out of existence. It's tough to think the shared universe is ready for a Marvel villain that withers enemies with one touch. So, especially after COVID-19, right? It's probably not a good idea.
Oh, no, I'm dead.
Colby, number 11. Demo Goblin.
So your Green Goblin, your Hobgoblin, and then this guy.
Demo Goblin. If someone is a goblin, chances are high that the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery will have a spot for them. In the case of Demo Goblin, the character might be too much on the dark and frightening side to ever find a place in the MCU. The origin of Demo Goblin starts with Jason Masendell. One of the people who have used the Hobgoblin moniker, feeling as if he wasn't strong enough. He follows a group of demons and offers his soul to their leader in exchange for all the power to defeat his enemies. The demons did not accept his proposal, but let a demon possess him just for giggles.
Yep.
Therefore creating the Demo Goblin. Wow. That is dark. Colby, number 10. How about Arcade?
Okay. So
Remember with Arcade.
Currently there working on Mr. Sinister in that. Tell me about the Arcade, Tim.
For many fans, Arcade is seen as the Marvel villain equivalent of the Riddler.
Pretty much, okay, yeah.
However, he's more like Jigsaw from Saw than good old Edward Nygma. He might look inconspicuous and non-threatening on the surface, but underneath the smiling facade is a stone-cold hitman who designs diabolically deadly traps to eliminate heroes. Calculated and devious, Arcade's entire existence revolves around blood and mayhem. It's almost impossible for him to be an antagonist in the MCU. unless they go to R-rated films, since his playground is called Murder World, and its intention is exactly what the name suggests. People aren't playing Monopoly or Pictionary there.
Right? More like Chutes and Ladders.
That is arcade, Colby. Number 9, Reginald Fort Bean's Abomination.
Fort Beans. I love actual names. So this is not A-Bomb that is your, I mean, this looks a little bit like 8-Bomb, but this is a different variation on it. All right, tell me something.
I guess so. Most people are familiar with Emil Blonsky's Abomination.
Correct.
In fact, the character even comes across as humorous in the She-Hulk Attorney at Law series. However, Reginald Fort Bean's version of Abomination might be too stomach-churning and hideous to ever showcase on screen. That's how gross this villain from The Immortal Hulk is.
Okay, all right. Yes, I remember this guy now. It took me a little bit, but yes, I remember this.
It says he retrieves gamma-activated tissue that was taken from the corpse of the original Abomination, but he decides to make contact with it, eventually becoming encased in an abomination-like shell. The worst part about his monstrous visage just might be the 8-fingered hand crown that sits atop his head.
Makes him look like a face hugger vagina.
Yes. It's terrifying.
It's bad.
Dude, they could do some serious stuff on screen with some of these things.
I don't think anybody would like the, I mean, you still got to look kind of cool, and there's no way to make that look kind of cool with that setup. It's still going to look stupid, and then also just bleh.
Right. How about number 8, Colby? Skinless Man.
There he is.
You know this one, right?
There you go.
Harry Pizer?
Yes, the beginning of dick pills.
Right. Leatherface loves nothing more than to wear other people's skin on his face. Against all odds, Harry Pizer doesn't have that particular penchant in common with the chainsaw-loving basement dweller. After losing all his skin, Pizer honestly looks more like poor Frank Cotton from Hellraiser.
Yep.
He is a mutant who used to have elastic skin, which was absolutely no use to him after he had his skin peeled off as punishment for all the people he butchered. Fortunately, he teaches his muscles how to expand, which effectively makes him like a skinless version of Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Wow.
Can you imagine that, where you like reaches out to grab you, and yeah, it's just nothing but gristle?
No, I'm out.
The Brood!
Number 7, Colby. The Brood.
Which, by the way, you could actually see if they do what they want to do with the Midnight Suns. So that's something that you might actually see in the MCU.
The Brood are Marvel's version of the Xenomorphs.
Right. Your aliens? Yep.
Yeah. Not only is their visual design clearly inspired by the work from Alien, but the sole purpose of these insectoids is to spread their seed in hosts.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of my sole purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Ensuing, the Brood never stops growing. Remind you of anyone? Uh-huh. Absolutely. So these are X-Men, right?
Right. Which, well, basically, they've went against just about everything in Marvel.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, Colby. Number 6, Madcap. Speaking of Alien.
There you are.
Imagine this for a second. What if there was a supervillain who has a healing factor to rival Wolverine's and the power to drive everyone who looks into his eyes to the brink of insanity for a short period of time? Well, he exists, and that's Madcap in a nutshell, but that's not even the most horrifying version of this villain. In the Deadpool comics of the late 2010s, Madcap is reincarnated and bonded to Bob, agent of Hydra's stomach, in an extremely gross way. As a result, Madcap controls Bob and makes the down-on-his-luck lackey do his dirty work. Now, that doesn't sound like awful. Now, doesn't that sound like an awful lot like Gabriel from James Wan's Malignant?
That does. It also kind of sounds a little bit like, any time the puppeteers or anything of those types show up.
Right.
Where they're, the thing that's controlling is you don't know who's in charge.
Yeah.
It's a little bit there too.
Interesting. So you're not widely familiar with obviously all of these, right?
No, I am. I've seen that guy before. I couldn't name it to you. It's, I've obviously read Deadpool comics.
Sure. Number 5, Styx.
Yes.
And not the rock band, right?
Right. Or the river outside of hell.
Or the river. Styx is actually one of David Howler's many personalities, specifically personality number, of course, 666.
Yep.
Much like the beastly number of the persona, Styx allows Howler to take hold of the consciousness of anyone he touches, making them putty and malleable in his hands. If that's not the most terrifying part of Styx, though, his personality manages to split itself from Howler and then find a home in a reanimated corpse.
Right. Kind of Dead Man-ish, but not for good. Because Dead Man does it for good.
Man, how about those teeth, though?
Yeah, you don't, no. You don't want a handy because then he can control you, and you definitely don't want any oral.
You don't want any oral from that, do you?
No.
There might be people that's into that. I mean, I'm not one of them.
No, you shouldn't be. You end up missing a penis.
Wouldn't be the first time, Colby.
Yeeted Schweener.
Yeeted Schweener, number 4, Colby. Shadow King.
Oh, that's just gross.
I mean, I don't like spiders.
Uh-huh.
Or guys that wear those kind of hats, so I'm out. Simply put, the Shadow King is Marvel's version of the Exorcist's demon Pazuzu. It's a disturbing and malevolent entity from the deepest, darkest part of humanity's consciousness that bonds with a telekinetic mutant known as Amal Farouk.
Right.
Naturally, the Shadow King is up to no good, hopping from host to host and using telepathic powers for evil purposes. All of his various forms are creepy as all get out. While the Shadow King appeared in the maturely themed Legion television series and even in X-Men, the animated series,
he did.
In a decidedly toned-down appearance, it's unlikely the MCU would want to explore this supervillain. That would make it more in a cerebral, supernatural horror film.
Yeah, the Shadow King actually made his way into X-Men 97.
Oh, really?
For a little bit. Yeah, he was more just smoke than he was anything else.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Colby, number 3, Freak.
Unfamiliar with Freak.
Armadillos are cute, but Marvel's Freak, a.k.a. Armadillo Man, isn't competing for people's most beautiful person on Earth.
No.
Introduced in the Spider-Man comics as a person with substance dependencies, Freak turns into a monstrous mess after injecting himself with animal stem cell fluids from Dr. Kurt Connor's lab, believing it was another illegal substance.
He's going to become another lizard.
As a result, he develops flesh cocoon chrysalis, essentially making him skinless and completely horrifying to lay eyes on. Not only would Freak's appearance be outside of the usual PG-13 standards for the MCU, but his substance abuse origins are highly controversial even for a Marvel villain. Dispute that last part.
Right.
We've had some pretty ugly dudes in the Marvel movies.
And with the success of what Deadpool's going to do, being rated R, I'm sure that's going to open doors for more things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah, of course it would be rated R. That's dumb if it wasn't, right?
Yes. I mean, Let's Fucking Go is in the trailers.
Yeah.
So.
Is Hugh Jackman going to, sing and dance again?
No. Thank God.
Oh, I hear he's pretty good. I've never seen it before. Colby, number 2 on our list of Marvel's 12 most terrifying villains that are too terrifying for the MCU. How about Mr. Smile?
Their variation of the Slender Man right there.
What is it with villains who have permanent smiles? A smile is meant to be something happy and joyful, but thanks to the villainous rogues like the Joker, it feels more like an omen of what's to come. Marvel's Mr. Smile is another scoundrel who likes to grin and show off those pearly whites before tearing someone's face off. That being said, Mr. Smile might be more evil than the Joker, as he's actually a literal demon. The beaming bad guy himself built himself the Mallet of Entropy to use on atomic structures but it's the sheer amount of teeth in his mouth that will harvest nightmares in every child and parent.
Just kind of gross.
I mean, it kind of looks like a Cat in the Hat character to me.
I'm waiting on one that used to freak me out. Maybe it's the number one.
All right, Colby, let's go to number 1. He's called The 1,000.
Yeah.
Is this the one you were waiting for?
Not the one I was not the one I was waiting on, but yeah.
In their very own, spiders are creepy, but wouldn't they be worse if, say, they could climb out of our bodies and take over our meat bags?
Yeah.
With this in mind, the 1,000 is a Spider-Man villain that is pure, unadulterated nightmare fuel and every arachnophobe's worst fear. I'm an arachnophobe, by the way. I hate spiders.
Do you like the movie Arachnophobia?
I had to leave. I couldn't finish it. I don't know why. I went with friends to see it in the theater.
Why did you go?
I don't know. I was trying to be brave and cool like everybody else, and I was like, I got to go. Like the first scene of all this, I was like, I'm out. Because I could literally feel them crawling on my body in the theater. After Carl King realizes Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider to become Spider-Man, he decides to eat the itsy-bitsy spider to see if he can luck out and gain powers too.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't happen, though. His transformation results in his body turning into a cluster of spiders that he gets to get inside of people and use their bodies like puppets. Honestly, this makes Frank Marshall's arachnophobia seem like a walk in the park. Now, forget about ever reading The 1,000, and don't even tempt Kevin Feige to include it in this frightening character in the MCU.
They start going a little bit more, dark down the whole Doctor Doom route and everything like that, then this might be something they start including. I mean, if it's selling and they're making big money.
No, just no. Well, what's the one you were thinking of?
I was waiting on a few, like Mephisto. He's basically, but they are going to use him and maybe tone down, but he's basically Satan.
Okay.
And, that was one. Just a couple of guys like that. And anytime, I know Carnage was in there, but they've got a few that are actually past him as far as symbiotes
right.
and killing and doing stuff. And so there's a couple there. I was like, I'm not sure if they'll be able to pull that off, but you never know.
That'd be kind of terrifying, wouldn't it? Yeah, these are all terrifying. I don't want to ever see any of these things. I'm out.
You know what? Go ahead. I mean, I've already seen so many things in comic book movies that I thought I would never see before, ever. And I was like, oh my God. Like the fact that She-Hulk had a series. There was no way that
Really?
She-Hulk was going to be anything.
I enjoyed that one too.
So there's been plenty of times where I was like, what the? Okay. Never thought I'd see that, but we're seeing it. So there you go. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's watching this, if you're not a gentleman or not a lady, coming up, you
soon will be.
We've got a segment where it's a new segment where he's going to allow me to be the judge of things. And I'm not sure how this is going to work. This may be a one-trick pony, or maybe a multiple-trick pony. We all got to find out together, along with news and notes. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything.
boating, turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show right here on FanStream Sports. It is Hump Day!
What up?
And this is the Power Hour, Colby, of the show with you for another 40 minutes or so. Got a little bit of sports talk coming up, and then, of course, finish the show with, as we often do, as we always do, with Colby's world-famous news and notes of the weird and wild from the internet. The longest-running, continuous DFW radio segment that ever existed.
You know what? It's right there.
I mean, I can't substantiate that, but I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm pretty sure Norm probably has a segment that's always been, that'll always
Picks of the poll?
Yeah.
Something like, yeah, but yours is funnier. We'll go with yours.
Okay.
Colby, we're going to debut Colby Court. Dun dun. But first, before we get to that,
we have to use that instead of the actual sounder so we don't get.
Yeah, YouTube will shut us down.
Right.
Idiots. What did YouTube ever do?
You know.
I swear. Colby, we've got a couple of stories here to get to, and one of them might involve soccer.
All right.
Doing that for you, because you know how I feel about that. What is this other one I was going to talk about? Oh, yeah. So we all are familiar with the great NFLer Archie Manning.
We are.
Colby, he recently had a 75th birthday. All right. So if you are a media outlet somewhere, you know, say down in Ole Miss, down in Oxford, you know, where he went to school and he's a legend at Ole Miss, maybe down around New Orleans because he played for the Saints, maybe in Houston where he played to finish his career, and you want to wish him a happy birthday out on social media, you know, I believe there's been precedent set for this. It's a big picture of him. Happy birthday to the great former Rebel, Saint, Oiler, whatever. Happy 75th to our beloved, whatever, Archie Manning.
Right.
Many more, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a positive thing, right?
Father of the bloodline.
Colby, the Clarion Ledger.
Oh, dear.
Which is a local sort of southern Mississippi, so, you know, Ole Miss type thing, attempted to do that out on Twitter, on X.
When you attempt to do something, but you don't quite pull it off.
Now, I'm going to throw this up on the screen, and I'll read it for those that don't have the benefit of video. This is how their tribute went. And I'm going to read it as I read it when I first saw it. Archie Manning, Ole Miss football legend, dad of Eli, Peyton, and grandfather of Arch, is 75.
Huh.
Now, doesn't it sound like you're leading up to has passed away at 75 or has passed away at 74?
That does have obituary.
Dude, and they're getting, first of all, they forgot Arch's dad and brother to Peyton and Eli Cooper.
Right.
That just screams that he died, right? If you're just reading that, because that's what I thought. Like, when I just read it, I was like, oh, my God. Like, I knew it was his birthday.
Right.
And they said, is 7. I'm like, come on. Like, this is a failure, especially for a media outlet that's for Ole Miss, right? That's down there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't say is.
There's
yeah.
there's no congratulations. There's no happy birthday. It's, again, I'm going to read it again because this is how I read it in my head. Archie Manning, Ole Miss football legend, dad of Eli, Peyton, grandfather of Arch, is 75.
Yeah, you're doing that wrong. I mean, whoever's in charge of the Clarion Ledger's Twitter account probably needs to not be in charge for a little bit.
Dude. I was really sad because I was like, oh, man. And I'm like, wait, he didn't die? What the hell is this?
It's just his birthday. See, and this is how they end up, like, how many times the internet's killed Morgan Freeman?
Right.
This is how it starts.
Like you killed Johnny Cochran.
Well, that's different.
Me and JP killed Gary Thorne and Bill Clement one day.
Right.
But, yeah, this is how it starts. There's going to be rumors of his demise now for the whole next year for people that saw it and maybe didn't, like, read all of it, right?
Yeah, because you just looked at it and you read that and you don't, if you read that, you'll just go on from this day going, oh, yeah, he passed.
He died on his birthday. That's really sad.
It's weird. Or you just didn't even know it was his birthday.
Right,
you just
right.
know he's 75.
Ugh.
And all it has to say was 75, and it's like it's over with.
Man, it's just sad.
That's dumb. Get your shit together, Clarion Ledger.
And they have a big social media presence. Like, I see posts from them all the time, like all over about everything, national, stories, not just local stuff. So
Well, you should unfollow him for this crap.
I think I'm going to. I'm going to write the editor a dirty letter. Look, you idiot.
Well, that's just a mad letter. Dirty letters when you'd be like, hey, what you doing?
What are you wearing while you're reading this? Khakis. Colby, do you want to do Colby's Court or do you want to do United States men's national soccer team talk first?
I can do the soccer team talk first and then get into the court thing.
All right, let's do soccer, Colby. And this is maybe the first segment I've ever tried to do of any soccer ever.
No, it's not.
Okay, willingly. Because I actually came up with this. I put it on the run sheet.
You did.
And I only did it because it's bad. Like, if they were winning, I wouldn't care. So, and we've talked about this on the JP Peterson show because he's a fan of soccer. And that Nick Lachey or whatever that dude's name is that's on that show sometimes. He's a I don't think it's Lachey, is it?
Yeah, that's the lead singer for 98 Degrees.
98 Degrees. I don't remember what his name is. But he loves soccer. They always want to talk soccer. So, this Copa America thing.
Yep.
Which I guess is a regular thing?
It is a regular thing.
How often does this happen, do you think? Like, I don't know.
I think it's the in-between for the FIFA.
Okay.
Copa's the other thing, so, yeah.
So, but this is the team
Don't get me started. I'm not, like, a huge follower
No,
of
I know
soccer.
you're not. I know you're not. We'll preface that for everybody that's listening. I know absolutely zero. I don't even know how many players there
Or
are.
if we just pissed you off by calling it soccer, football.
No, screw that. It's soccer. Just like chopsticks don't belong in America, neither does football.
I mean, I know
it. We'll talk after, okay? I'd have to write you up.
No, you're not writing me up. I love chopsticks.
So, but this is the team that's supposed to play in the World Cup in a couple of years, right?
It's stilts for finger foods, Tim.
It's disgusting. Well, then you know what? Soccer is nothing but field foosball. There, I said it. But foosball is more entertaining.
It's not.
But this is the team that's supposed to represent America in the World Cup, correct?
Yes, your U.S. Men's national team.
Okay, but that's 2 years away.
Yes.
And apparently this team sucks.
They haven't been good.
Okay, so let me ask you, man, maybe you don't, but you know what? If Dawson wasn't out of town, I was going to have him on tonight to talk about this. And when he comes back, I'm going to ask him to come on and educate me. Where do they get players for the national team? Are they college players? Are they supposed to be pro players from MLS?
Mostly you're going to get, well, it's also if players that go to, the European leagues or whatever, but they're from America, they can come play for America.
But you have to be an American citizen, right?
Yes.
For whatever country you represent.
Yes.
Okay.
And it could be that you have dual citizenship.
Sure.
And you're like, hey, I'd rather go play over here.
Right. I'd rather go play for a winning team.
Right.
Who could blame you? Okay, well, again, I don't have records or anything. All I know is that in this Copa America,
yep,
they lost, they're 0-2, and they scored a grand total of 1 goal.
It's not enough, by the way.
Which I hear isn't enough to win a soccer game.
No.
Unless it's a 0-0 tie. Which I don't understand that either, how that happens.
You've seen hockey before. Shut up.
They don't do that anymore, though. They fixed it, Colby. It's a superior sport.
There's been ties in football.
So everything I'm hearing, like from the JP show, because, we've had people on that know way more than me or JP.
Right.
They're scared because they're saying it's too late in the process to make a coach change. It's too late in the process to go in and try to find new players. And I'm like, it's 2 years away. How is it too late for anything? Do you understand this? Like, how is it just because of limited practice time?
It's not just limited practice time. It's also getting everything because you're going up against people that it's a very formulated plan for some of your big dogs that are out there especially if you're talking about the FIFA World Cup. And if you start scrapping what you've got now and then trying to redo the process, then it's going to be not this upcoming that you're going to get your full try. It's going to be like the next World Cup. So, yeah.
Which is every 4 years?
Pretty much.
Okay. Huh. So but America's the host country this year, this next one, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We suck.
No, but I mean, you don't have to qualify because it's here. You're the host country, so your team gets in automatically, right? But like in some low-level bracket somewhere.
Right.
If you didn't qualify.
But this is your opportunity.
And I know the women have the women have won a World Cup, right?
Yes, they have.
But the men have never.
No.
That's why they need tattoo.
Tattoo couldn't help this.
Tattoo.
Not unless you're playing indoor soccer. Tattoo couldn't help this.
Oh, is this not indoor?
It's not indoor.
It should be indoor. That's more entertaining.
I mean, it used to be. It's not anymore.
I love indoor soccer. They still have that?
It's arena football, but it's for soccer.
Right. Oh, I hate arena football, though. So, yeah, so I'm just like, again, I don't
like it when the score ends up being 120 to 114?
In football?
Yeah.
No, not really. It's too hard to keep up. But, like, I feel like we have indoor football when they close the roof at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, but you have to have a 50-yard field, and you have to have that screwed-up field goal situation.
It's only like 5 yards wide, right?
Right.
The uprights.
Which if you found somebody that was really good in that league, shouldn't they just go to any indoor stadium and be the greatest kicker of all time?
Exactly. It's like a 10-yard wide goalpost, right? So, again, yeah, I don't know anything about soccer or the coach, but, dude, everyone is calling for this Berhalter's head.
Yes.
Greg Berhalter, right?
Yes.
But without sounding like a soccer idiot.
Which we both do right now.
Is this all his fault? Or is there just a lack of talent available in the U.S.? Like, to me, that would be the bigger problem.
I think the talent is there, but I think it's a big mismanagement of what they've got. Like, you could do better than what you're doing, but you are not, your flows look off, your attacks look off, everything that you're doing, like, if you watch enough of it, you realize that the big part of football,
you can say soccer, it's okay,
is the flow of the game, of how big you get, how big your runs are, how close, how back, you're back and forth, how much concentrated as you are a hockey fan, how much is in their zone, such and that, how quickly you move it in there. And none of that looks right for the USA team.
Okay. That makes sense. I can understand that analogy.
Sorry, I had to break it down to hockey.
Yeah, just go to hockey. Yeah, no, so that's fine. I mean, soccer has like offsides, right? Like I've heard that yelled out before.
Right.
I don't know how that works, but
you want to get yourself real messed up? Try and understand the world of cricket.
I'd rather not. I don't like soccer. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like cricket. Our Philly brother tells us the women's team has won 4 World Cups.
Yes.
Very nice. I'm just going to call you Philly guy until I know your name.
You can just be Philly guy.
You can be Philly guy. That's cool.
We appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with us a little bit. So is it too late in your estimation? Again, you know a little more than me, at least, to make a coaching change. Is there a soccer World Cup national team GM that picks the players? The coach doesn't pick the players, right?
No, it's a whole organization.
Okay.
That picks up everybody. But I mean, well, you know this. You've talked to people that are a lot smarter than me on this subject, and if they're screaming it's too late, and I think it's too late, then it's too late, bud.
Man, see, that's what I don't understand. It's 2 years away.
Right.
I feel like any change would be a good change, though. If you know you're doomed and this is just going to get worse, why not take the risk and make a change now? I feel like that's probably a question for Dawson.
That is a good question for Dawson.
I mean, you have nothing to lose by making a change because the team's not going to get better, right? From what I've heard.
No, but
it's a laughing stock.
It's dumb. It doesn't look. I mean, if you watched any of it, you just sat there. Even if you're a complete soccer noob like I am, and you're just watching it, going, "This isn't good. I know this isn't good. This is not good. I think I'm going to go watch something else."
Like, because the 2 teams they lost to weren't even good teams, right? Like Uruguay,
right,
and whoever the other one was, I forget. But like that's all I heard is that no, they were bad teams that we couldn't even beat. I'm like, well, it's soccer. Why don't they use their hands and throw the ball?
Because this is not handball, sir.
Racquetball.
And by the way, another sport you should try and go understand.
Handball?
Handball.
I love handball and racquetball. I don't understand it. I've played racquetball. I've never played handball. I play handballs all the time. Pickleball?
It's the one with the basket, but it doesn't have a backboard. Have you seen that?
No.
And you pass the ball and you shoot it, but there's no backboard.
No, I haven't seen that.
Basketball, but it's not basketball.
You dribble the ball?
I don't even know. I've watched YouTube highlights on it, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
Have you seen the soccer ping pong?
Soccer pong?
I guess.
I don't know.
Or it's like a big ping pong table, but it's curved. It's concave at the top, convex at the top.
Okay.
So each end, if you're looking at it from the side, it does this. And there's a net in the middle. And they can only use their heads or their bodies or their feet to get it across the net onto the table.
Huh.
Dude, I feel like that should be an Olympic sport. I'll dig up some video. We'll watch it Monday because, dude, dude, these people are awesome.
You know what? We should do a segment Monday that's sports that we want to be more popular, like
all right.
Tennis, baseball,
field foosball, tennis, baseball.
Have you not seen the videos on tennis, baseball?
I guess not. We got to do that on Monday.
So the pitcher has a racket, and he hits the tennis ball at the person that's at home plate
with a racket.
That also has a racket. The catcher has a racket. The first baseman has a racket. Everybody to move the ball has to hit it.
Can you catch it, though?
Yeah, you can catch it on the racket when it's hit to you.
You can't grab it with your hand.
I've seen some people do it, but
okay.
For the most part, it's when you go to throw it, you're having to use a tennis racket.
That would be cool. I would be in on that.
So
get Steffi Graf on our team.
That's right. Andre Agassi.
Mm-hmm. Colby, let's get into, I feel like that's enough soccer talk. Let's get into Colby's Court. The debut of Colby's Court, a brand new segment. Might be the only appearance. But I'm hoping not. Colby, we have an NFL lawsuit.
Oh.
And I don't mean the NFL Sunday ticket. By the way, to update everybody on that, the NFL lost. And it is looking like all 32 NFL teams are going to have to come up with the $14.1 billion that they're going to owe the bars and the subscribers to the NFL Sunday ticket. Going back 20 years.
What?
Have you not heard about this?
No.
Oh, no, this is the thing. That somebody took the NFL and their Sunday ticket to court, saying that they limited the subscribership because it was only available on DirecTV.
Right.
And they jacked the prices up. So that's what's called a monopoly in America, Colby, when you only make it available one spot and you control the pricing. So they ruled it a monopoly, and the NFL is going to have to pay $14-point-something billion to all of these bars that subscribe to the Sunday ticket. Now, it's not since its inception like in the 90s, but only going back to, I think, the mid-2000s. But each NFL team is going to be out $450 million.
What?
Because that's the way the NFL does it. Like, well, y'all are paying for this, not us. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Because I would have voted against the NFL, too, because I hated it, because I could never get it, because I never had DirecTV. But now that it's on YouTube TV, I still didn't get it. I don't want to pay $300.
I always just get the Red Zone channel.
Yeah, well, see, we get that for free on YouTube TV. That comes with my package.
Right.
So that's what I watched. But they're talking about when it comes back and it's out of this litigation, you can get just team-specific NFL Sunday ticket. Like if you're a Saints fan and you live in Minnesota and you just want to be able to watch the Saints games, you can, like $70 a year, you can get Saints games only.
Nice.
That's why most people get it, right? They just want to watch their team.
Right.
That's what it should have been all along. No, Colby, there is an NFL litigation aside from the Sunday ticket litigation. Because a former New York Jets employee is suing the team.
Can we stop looking at Archie Manning, by the way?
Crap. You got to tell me when that's...
I just now looked at the screen, dude.
I know, because I don't have that on my screen. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Y'all were looking at Arch Manning this whole time. That's why I need two screens in here. Let me tell Johnny I need two screens. Johnny, a former New York Jets employee is suing the team, the NFL, and NFL properties as he filed lawsuit on Monday accusing them of using his logo design without compensation and violating his rights of publicity through a website video.
What?
William Jim Pons worked for the Jets in the 1970s as a film and video director. He says he helped the team produce in-house game films. All right, so he's a videographer is what we call him these days, right?
Right.
Pons says that he learned around 1976 that the Jets were considering a new logo design for the 1978 season. Now, Colby, are you familiar with the Jets' original logo that originated in 1960?
Yes, I am.
That is this, because they went back to it originally, right? Or for a few years here recently. So that's the original one that they had. So in the mid-70s, they decided they wanted to go with something new. And Pons learned about this and learned that the Jets were soliciting proposals from outside graphics artists, right? Well, he decided to come up with his own outside of his duties with the team, right? He learned some stuff in graphic arts class back in college, whenever that was, and he submitted his own design, and he stressed in the lawsuit that his logo creation was not part of the scope of his job or the job description, but a project that he undertook on his own time, away from the team, and under his own initiative. Colby, the design that he came up with, you might recognize, was this.
All right.
That we saw the Jets use from 1978. Good God, until they went back to the original one, like in whatever, mid-2000s, something like that?
Yep.
Maybe when, what's-his-face, Butt Fumble was there? So they used that for a long time. Now, they're wanting to go back to a version of that. And now he's deciding, that's my design. I think I want that. Never said anything from 1978 to whenever, because he was employed by the team for part of that. Oh, it says 78 to 97 is when they made the switch. So he said that in 1978, the Jets filed a request to amend the 1972 trademark that they had so that it fit his design. All right, so they made it part of their trademark. And then Pons said that they did that without asking him and without his knowledge. So that's how they were able to use it for all those years.
Right.
But now you fast forward to 2022, he says the NFL, on behalf of the Jets, filed a trademark application with his design. So now the NFL is trying to register it. The application covered everything, including clothing, caps, hats, shirts, everything that has to do with the team and the logo.
Somebody smelled money.
He said now the application falsely asserts the design was used in 1970, because they're saying that they went back to 1970 with it and made it part of their original design back then, which isn't true because, again, he submitted it in 78, which is when they started using it. So now he's trying to get money from the league and from the NFL. So what I submit to Judge Colby, you're going to be the deciding factor in this.
All right.
Does Mr. Pons deserve to be compensated for a design that he made under his own time, aside from his duties with the Jets? But he let them use it for 20 years and then waited another 25 years to say anything about it.
I mean, yeah.
It's still his, right?
If you created it, now you let them use it, all right, cool. But now you want to copyright it all the way total to the NFL? Then sure. Yeah, I understand. He kept quiet about it for that long amount of time, right? And maybe it should be just owned by the Jets because, ownership, they have it. That's theirs now. Mm-hmm. It got given to them. But with all that, I mean, all you got to do is go, yeah, dude, so what do you want for it, right?
Yeah, make him an offer.
Just throw him some bones. And now if he starts saying, no, $500,000's not it.
Right.
You need to give me, $10 million.
Then go to court.
You know what? No, don't go to court. Change the fucking logo.
Don't use it?
Get your own. Tell him, fine, we'll never use your shit again.
So here is the logo I think they're contemplating, and I think they did a variation of this 2 years ago. This is going to be the new Jets logo if they can't use the other one. So they already have a standby.
Yeah, it's still boring.
So that's my other point or question here. There is no variation of any Jets logo in history that's ever been exciting or appealing to me. Like, the colors to me are gross. The logo's gross. The name's gross. Like, I don't know how people are Jets fans.
I mean, I like the name. I like the name Jets. It's different. You don't have many, high school, college teams that wear the Jets. You know what? Cool. That's cool. The colors, kind of basic, but also, kind of match what's going on. I get it. I get all of that. And I actually do like the Jets logo when it just says Jets, but it looks like the words are going real fast.
Sure.
I kind of like that. But what I would like to see, and maybe this is too far, then if you're going to be the Jets, then go ahead and have a jet.
Sure.
As a logo. Maybe have it, instead of having it on the sides, this would be the one opportunity to have it right in front.
Right.
And have an actual jet right there, and then have
with the motion lines going behind it.
Yes.
As the center stripe.
That would look awesome. I think. Maybe I'm nuts. But do something like that.
Colby, you do realize or remember, maybe not, because you hate history.
Yeah, it's bad.
The Jets are not their original name.
No, what is it?
From 1960. They were originally the Titans.
There's too many of them.
Well, there wasn't.
There's too many of them now.
It's funny, though, that they all came into this league at the same time, the Houston Oilers and the Tennessee Titans, the New York Titans.
And then you got the New York Giants. Why, everybody big up there? Why isn't it the Texas Titans and the Houston Giants?
Because they were the Cowboys.
Because everything's better and bigger in Texas, right?
It should be the Houston armpit toilet breaths.
Just the Houston Taints.
Houston so much. Anyway, there's your history lesson. And Colby's judgment stands, by the way.
That's right.
There is no appeal.
Give that man his money unless he asks for too much.
Colby, we have something happening over at my house right now.
What's up, Tolo?
What's up, Eli and Tolo? Welcome to the show. You're interrupting us.
That dog still don't like me.
I'm a puppy. Just to be fair, he doesn't really like anybody.
It's the only dog on the planet that doesn't like me, by the way.
No, he does. He just wasn't sure about you. He was in a weird place. He'd never been here before either.
Uh-huh.
He likes him some Colby. Everybody likes Colby.
Only dog on the planet that didn't just immediately go, hey, I like you.
He does. He just has a weird way of showing it. He didn't pee on you.
That's true.
See? So he likes you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to... We don't go here a lot.
Oops.
But we're going to Alabama.
Alabama?
That's right. We're going to Alabama. Reason why we're going there, and by the way, for all those that thought at some point somebody's going to try and take your guns away, here's proof that that's not happening, at least in Alabama anytime soon. As 2 grocery stores in Alabama currently have an automated vending machine that dispenses ammunition.
Yes!
American Rounds markets an automated ammunition dispenser which uses artificial intelligence technology in Alabama to verify a buyer's identification and age through card scanning and facial recognition software. There's nothing that could go wrong with this.
What could go wrong?
Sells you the ammo that you need when you need it while you're at the grocery store. Hold on. Let me put on my ski mask, and I forgot to get my 9mm ammo. Let me put my card in this machine. Here we go. Give me all your money. There are 2 grocery stores in Alabama that currently sell ammunition on demand. So you've got your eggs, you got your milk, you got your cheese. You may have picked up those Pop-Tarts that you love. And then, oh yeah, by the way, I need some more 12-gauge shotgun shells.
You never have to any.
It's true.
Never know when you're going to run out.
So there you go.
I'm for it.
Can you imagine? Hey, honey, wait. I need bear. You remember, you need to get some of your tampoons.
Tampons and shotgun shells.
And pick me up some 22s. I want to go squirrelies here a little bit later.
Oh, for the love of God.
Oh, my dear God. But that's the thing. The fact that it didn't happen in Texas first.
Yep.
A little bit weird.
We're all going to be mad about that.
A little bit weird. Tim, did you know that according to, the Huffington Post, there are 6 of the most passive-aggressive phrases you're probably using but shouldn't be.
Oh, I bet there's way more than 6.
So, if you use these, you are passive-aggressive.
Which I probably already am.
Number 1. Good for you.
I don't ever say that, I don't think.
Oh, yeah? Good for you.
That's very passive aggressive. I can see that.
Number 2. I've used this. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh, definitely.
Not I'm sorry for anything I said. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yep. Maybe recently.
The worst answer, besides actually telling somebody how your day is going, to the question, how's your day going? It's fine.
I say that all the time.
It's fine.
If it's fine.
No. And also the answer to, but are you sure that you want to go eat China? It's fine.
It's fine.
Very passive aggressive. I use this quite a lot, but I actually mean it. Whatever.
You do mean whatever.
I really do. Whatever.
Sometimes you have no opinion on anything.
Whatever. I just don't care, Tim.
I know. It's not a bad thing.
I'm a proper Gen Xer. I don't care about a lot of things.
Yep.
I don't care. Who's the president? Whatever. I don't care. Because I don't. Sorry.
He really doesn't.
I don't.
He really doesn't.
Number 5, if you say so.
Uh-huh.
And number 6, it might be my favorite. You're just too sensitive.
Oh, God. I feel like that needs to be thrown around more.
And a lot of people are just too sensitive. Probably the people that got pissed off because I actually don't care who the president is.
Right. They're mad that you don't have an opinion.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I truly believe in order to actually, go vote, that you need to pass some kind of class that you know what the fuck you're talking about.
I agree.
And if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
don't vote.
Then you can't vote. Because if you're just going on what you feel, it's not getting anything done. So,
I feel like the requirements to drive a car are harder than to go vote.
Yes. Let's go to Polk County. That's where we're going.
That's Iowa.
We're going there because Mary Jo Bailey, she's 81, was charged with first-degree murder.
Oh.
She was charged this year in the 1985 death of Yvonne Minky.
Oh.
A jury found her guilty of a single count this past May. She was sentenced to life in prison.
So 2 years?
She had gotten away with this for more than 40 years. So I guess you can go ahead and say she got away with it. Because she gets life in prison at the age of 81.
Is this Mary Jo Bailey?
I'm not.
That's her.
Is that her?
That's her.
They don't have a picture of her in the article I am reading.
Yeah, no, that's her. What's up, Mary Jo?
So she's going to pay her debt to society by, going now.
Huh.
But it's so basically her kids are, well, you wonder if her kids were like, oh, by the way, she killed this lady. So they don't have to worry about finding her a retirement home.
It's just cheaper that way.
It's just cheaper that way.
Well, if she dies in prison, then the state pays for her burial.
That's right.
Man, these kids are smart.
Watch out. Your kids are pretty smart, too.
I know. God, I'm in trouble.
So let's go to Australia, where the Australia state orders sperm banks to purge all their sperm. Don't drink the water in Australia for a little bit, kids. Might not be what you want. The reason why the purge is a purge of frozen sperm has been ordered in the Australian state of Queensland after an audit. How'd you like to have that job? By its health watchdog, found almost half of the fertility samples were at risk of misidentification.
Oh, God.
Such mix-ups could rob parents and donor children of key genetic information and medical records. Or, as you went and donated to a sperm bank because maybe you were getting a little up in the years and you're like, we want a kid later, so let me go ahead and freeze this so we can have our kid later. And then it shows back up and it doesn't look like either.
Oh, my God.
As two guys, as a lady and a guy is looking at each other going, what's that? Wait. You got any Chinese in your background? I know that was a horrible Australian accent. I'm sorry, I couldn't find one at the time. But can you imagine? I didn't know we had any Hispanics in our background. So, by the way, still the funniest accent of all time is Australian.
Wait, it's funny?
Yes.
So I think Irish is funny.
No. Irish can be threatening. It can be funny. It can be everything on the spectrum. Australian, as soon as somebody threats you with a really deep I can't find it threatening.
You're just giggling.
I know they're threatening me. I probably feel threatening, but my brain's go. It's like if somebody were to suck, helium, and they go, hi, but they're like really mad at you. I couldn't return the. emotions needed.
Huh.
That's just me.
All right.
Let's go from there to Florida, because Florida is America's wang. And there was a woman that was arrested for domestic battery after attack. Well, no, well, maybe. After attacking her boyfriend because he declined to cuddle with her. Investigators say the cuddle kerfuffle began Saturday evening when Jillian Eugen,
Kerduddleful,
22, argued with her beau regarding the victim's disinterest in defendant engaging in physical intimacy.
Huh.
So the dispute reignited Sunday morning in the couple's Seminole residence when Eugen, continually tried to cuddle with the victim. When the man rebuffed the cuddling, police say Eugen escalated and started beating his ass. She grabbed him by his chest hair, scratched his face, and bit him on the forehead. I ain't cuddling with you anymore, bitch, neither. Holy shit. Man, you thought you was just in for some spooning, and she pulls out the knives.
Better spoon, and I better like it.
That's right. Put a fork in her, she's done. So there you go, guys. If she wants to cuddle, either cuddle or leave, because she might bite you on the forehead.
Run.
Let's go to El Paso, where
Good day, mate.
the police scrambled when a woman called 911 on Sunday, claiming her small child was inside a vehicle when it was reportedly stolen. Stacy Deshay Marie Smith, 19, of East El Paso, was arrested because she made up the whole child was there. It's just her friend's car got stolen. So she made up the child being in the car. She made up the child at all.
What's wrong with people?
So, yeah. So she's now getting to have charges put against her on a false report.
Oh, my gosh.
Because she thought, well, if she added this extra incentive, the cops would get after, because, they're not going to find that car. But
they might find a kid.
But maybe if there was a child inside it, they'd find that car.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What was going to happen when they found the car and the kid wasn't in it?
Well, here's your car back, but we're still looking for this kid.
Oh, never mind. I don't really have one.
Oh, no, that's fine. No kid. But thanks for actually getting out there and doing your... Oh, man, you're in trouble. You're in so much trouble. That's bad.
Jeez.
Would like to end News and Notes by telling everybody to remember that next Monday's News and Notes will be brought to everybody via all the fireworks mishaps that happen tomorrow and through the weekend, because there will be plenty of them. Try not to be one of them, everybody. Remember to keep all your fingers. Don't end up being, well, a New York Giant. There you go. And happy Independence Day, everybody. And I'll toss it to Tim for the leavings of the show.
Happy 4th of July to everybody. We appreciate everybody that's been a part of this one. Everybody on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and most importantly over at fanstreamsports.com. Oh, of course, Facebook. Can't remember the pleasant, or we can't forget the pleasant and endearing Facebook that's over there that we all love and admire so much. Facebook. We will be back on Monday with all of the fireworks stories that Colby just mentioned.
Yep.
And some more debauchery and some sports talk. Make sure you tune in, fanstreamsports.com, 7 o'clock Central every Monday and Wednesday. We are here to serve you. Mm-hmm. And until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.
Wires coming out of my ass. JP Peterson, and I have no effing idea where this is going.